That's right, keep them ducks in a row. Evening, 441, Sparky waving.
Hello, Sparky. 441, your county-wide radio on my not-so-antique radio transmitter.
I got some of these mud ducks. There's only...
Hello, 433. Hey, 433, down there around Norristown. Hey, 433. Hey, 433, down around Norristown. If you're on that flat side, you're probably not going to hear me, but I'm going to give you a holler anyway. 433, down there in Norristown. 441, 441, 441, calling that Norristown 433. Break, break, break. He does this every week. Every week he does this. He shouts and hollers on that flat side beam, and we shout and holler back at him, and he can't hear nobody.
41, 433.
Hey, I think he did hear me. I think he was coming back to me. Hey, how about it there, 433? 433, your 441 countywide radio. Oh, well, I think I hear him in there, but Mexico's taking him out with that Ola. Hello, quarter wave Dave.
We hear you. Lots of noise out there right now, but we heard you, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I hear you too. Hello, quarter wave Dave. 441 countywide radio. Trying to get down there to that 433. The one and only holdout in Norristown, Breger.
Oh, yeah. I don't hear nothing, Roger. That time, countywide radio. Countywide radio. Hey, 441, you know I'm on the flag. Countywide radio. They're going back out. I don't know what to get.
Yeah, hello 433. Hello 433. I got what you said. I heard you through all that hash and trash and all the noise. Hello, my friend Floyd down there around Norristown. Hello 433. You're making the trip up here in my volcano crater. 441. 441 working this modern antique flea market junk. Hello 433. I'm going to clear the channel. I'm going to sit on the side. It's time for classic radio roundup. 433. 441 working these ground plane antennas out in the woods.
I got it all because you said it all, 441. Hey, 441, I got it all because you just said it all, and I got it all. Take care once again. God bless to you and yours. 441, 433, Norristown, I got down.
Alright there, 433. Hey, 433, you're blowing smoke that time. No trouble at all. Alright, my friend, good to hear you on my radio receiver, 433. Your friend on the other end, 441, countywide radio on the side.
Thanks, Cal. Am I getting out tonight?
Hello, Sandbagger.
Yeah, I was wondering if anybody can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you when Mexico's not going Ola Ola.
Screw them sticks. Hola. What do you say, Sandbagger?
Sandbagger quarter wave Dave is waving his hand.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, you caught me in the middle of switching microphones. Go over there, quarter wave. Good looking. Sandbagger and switching microphones. We hear you out there through all that noise, Roger. Yeah, okay, Roger, right on. I think the D104 works better with this radio. We're back on the side listening to quiet down, then we'll get back in here a little bit later. Yeah. Crazy Bob had made a comment that he was going to maybe try to get in there tonight, but I ain't going to hear him with all this noise.
they picked a bad night. Gonna have to wait till later and all this noise dies down, but I'll tell you what, the noise has been hanging in there until midnight.
Yeah, a whole bunch of whistling morons out there. Yeah, how's it going there, Bagger? Hello there, Brett. No, I thought I heard you in there because I heard this thing going whack, 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 whack.
Yeah, that's because that was old Doc Hammer trying to get in there, and Brent uses Vox, so any noise that's on the computer goes out over the air. It's kind of funny, really.
Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Hang in there. What you can do? Turn this icon out here on this frequency.
Is that Operator Ron?
Yeah.
Hello, Operator. What's going on?
How are you doing?
Another day in a life. Still drawing a breath, so it's all good.
That's all you can do, right? Well, I'm working this, trying this icon 718 right now, so.
Well, it's cutting through all the noise, and I gotta go get take care of some dogs, taking a standby. Carry on with Classic Radio Roundup.
That's it for us. I'm going to work on the for it and get rid of this little piece of junk. Evening, Operator Ron. Sparky waving down your way. How about it, Operator Ron? You copy me? Hey, this Sparky. I hear you up here. Hey, 10-4 got me that time. 44 got me too. It's rough and tough out there tonight, isn't it? It's like being next to the ocean, during a storm. Storm is still coming. I can't make out every word there, Sparky. That noise level is too terrible up this way right now. You hear me out there, Sparky? Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Alright, that's good. They show you hear me pretty well. That's all I need to know. 8th Street. Well, that D104 really works good with that radio, Bagger. Yeah, it's just got a little bit more kick to it. The +3 is a little too bassy, I think. Back at you there, Dave. How's things going? Some lights work better than others. I like to get the optimal combination when I can. Yeah, I got a pretty critical ear, so guess that's one of my flaws, I guess. Well, right now I'm running off a high gain 623 and the T104. I don't really. I switch around. Every week I try a different radio, so never the same radio twice. Yeah, you're not the first one to say that. People do say they all sound somewhat similar, but I guess if you listen hard enough, or long enough, there'll be a decisive difference at some point. But at least they're all pretty close, because I set them up all pretty much the same way. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can't. The mobile has a whole different set of acoustics, so it's going to sound different. Well, thank you for that, Georgia. Roger, roger. Alright, let's try. Ah, there we go. That's more better. This radio, yeah. I'm listening to a different radio. Yeah. It's starting to sound a little muddy. Sounds a lot crisper on this one. I think I'm fooling myself with the receiver on this end over here.
I think that's the best I've ever heard you, man. That just sounds so good, that radio. I get no sounds in the background, just your natural voice. And man, does that sound good.
Like Utopia. That's it. This is a good radio. I really like this one. This is one of my favorites. It's got good, it's got pretty good natural low-end response on it, even with a D104. Remember when Uncle Chucky had one of these? He always sounded good, too. Yeah, and they set that up with a couple of phased high-gain antennas. Yeah, with a co-phaser like Pete has. Yeah, what's their ground planes, what's it called? It escapes me now. What, the collinear? Yeah, the penetrator, maybe. Oh, yeah. The high-gain penetrator, yeah. They're making those again. They're back in production.
Boy, that's a great antenna.
Now there's some freaking Mexican jackwagon on sideband. Good grief. It's the new Mexican Vonage. I think it's just worse than redneck Vonage.
Yeah, Sparky, you got some good audio in there also.
Okay, I know how this would do. It's the super sidekick with the Browning. I was hoping it would tone this Browning back a little bit.
It sounds nice.
I think it's got too much swing or something. It's got that choppity sound.
Maybe you could cut the audio back just a little bit, but it's cutting through nicely.
Oh, I had the mic gain set at half there. I'll back it off right there. Did that help it out? I would just rather see a little more carrier.
Yeah, and you still got plenty of headroom going on there. But it's certainly a night where you need a radio that can cut the mustard.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I went with this one. I know this one sounds pretty good.
Well, I threw myself a curveball tonight. I felt like running, I don't even know if it qualifies as a classic.
Oh, what are you running?
My Emperor 5010.
Oh, good God. No, that's not a classic. Not yet.
Yeah, but it is flea market.
Junk, well, yeah.
I did get it at the flea market, so it is flea market junk.
How come you decided to run that one?
Because it was S9 Heterodyne and it drives the FB real nice.
Oh, okay. That's right. You got that thing now.
Yep, drives it real nice. I got the B&W all ripped apart. I'm going through it with a fine-tooth comb while my transformers are on their way to Maine for a rewind.
Yeah, that's a good idea, you know. Go through it and find every little thing that's out of place and replace it and get everything Bristol shape and dress and all that good stuff before you get the transformer back.
Well, one of my parasitic resistors is smoked.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm sure you have an extra one from the other guy.
Well, I don't wanna rob that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I want to try and get all modules working. So that 2-watt resistor. I forget how 48 ohms. I think no, I forget now. I have to look again. But anyway, I need 2-watt resistors, whatever the value is, and I'll just put them in there.
Oh yeah? What, were they open?
A lot of them's broken, like.
Oh, see, that's no good. That might have been part of your problem.
Well, the one is alright, but the other one's not. But, yeah, I don't know if that was part of the problem or brought on the problem, maybe.
You might have taken off into oscillation. That's what all that extra wattage you were seeing.
Well, I'll take my time now and go through it with a fine-tooth comb and get both transformers rewound so I know the issue won't lie there. Make sure everything else is good downstream. And I want to make all these modules work, you know. I only have one chassis, power supply platform chassis, but I want all the modules to work if at all possible. If I gotta rob parts, well then that'll make one not work. But I think I can get away without robbing parts there. I need to rob parts off the power supply chassis.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
It'll be well worth it in the end because that thing, man, I was enjoying that radio. So it's well worth going through it and, do it like I did the BSA. In the beginning, I band-aided it and ran it, and then finally it blew up and I had to, spend money and do it right. Well, it was the same with the B&W. I ran it, it was fun, I know what its potential is. Now it's time to make it right.
Well, hopefully it stays that way.
I don't suppose you ever got a chance to look at that schematic yet.
No, I have not. I've been busier than busy can be.
Which brings another question. Did you go to work today?
Yeah, I was at work today.
I was making noise. And I heard a couple of key ups, but nobody was coming back. I'm pretty sure it was working.
Nah, I wasn't working. I heard nothing this morning.
Oh, yeah. I was keying up for a good 20 minutes off and on.
I heard absolutely nothing except a couple of key ups. Touch-tone Tommy must have been in there because the 220 was already, in the active state when I left. But, nothing else I heard. I keyed a couple of times on the ID and that was it.
Well, I was in there calling and calling. I even changed state of a couple of things just to make sure I was making it. So I know I was making it.
Well, that's just weird.
That's what I thought. Like, well, maybe it's Touch-Tone Tommy and it's not Dave. Because they're, usually when 220 IDs, you'll make it go to CW. And a couple of times it didn't.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't hear you. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what might be going on. The other morning I noticed something weird. I was looking at, I heard 220 ID, but I couldn't hear 6 meters. I'm thinking, why can't I hear 6? I looked down at the meter and I could see the signal. I turned off the tone decoder and then I could hear it. It's like the tone decoder wasn't working, the tone decoder wasn't working. But then it started working again and I turned it back on because it was driving me nuts because I can't stand driving around on 6 meters without the tone decoder because it squelch brakes all the time and, every time I drive through a noisy area, it was just driving me nuts. I put it back on and it was working, but maybe it stopped again.
Well, I don't think so because I run tone encode all the time. And if I'm crossband and it's tone encoded, I won't hear nothing if it's not working.
Oh, so your tone encoding coming back on 6 as well?
It is, yeah, it works. You can't drive around on 6 meters without tone encode on the squelch. You'll hear nothing but noise.
I know. The other day it stopped working though. So maybe I have a problem.
Yeah, maybe something's wrong with your tone decoder, because I always run tone squelch.
Yeah, you got to. 6 is just a mess.
That's right. Well, I don't know. Somehow we missed each other then this morning. I was trying.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, you know, I figured you'd be riding a bike to work, and, you know, yesterday and Monday and all, but, geez, I don't know why I didn't hear you. It's just bizarre.
Well, Monday I was busy. Tuesday I was out sick. And then today I just didn't feel like riding the bike, so I took the car and I made all kinds of noise. I just wanted to check with you to make sure you went in, you know, see if there was some other reason why we didn't hook up, and apparently there's some other reason, but not quite sure what it was.
I'll have to take an extra special look tomorrow morning. Because, you know, because of the two volume controls and everything, a lot of times I hear that, you know, I don't know sometimes which radio the ID's coming at, and might have been, I might have a tone decode problem. I'm sure as heck hope not.
Well, wouldn't you heard me on 220?
No, because 220 doesn't, well, I had it on the repeater. I didn't have it on the link, because I don't usually switch to the link until we're talking. And because 220's in PL, it doesn't hear 6 meters.
Alright, so maybe that's what your PL and decoder wasn't working. You're not listening to the link radio. And that's, I guess, the only way you would have heard me if your tone encoder wasn't working.
Yeah, maybe. Huh.
Something to look at. Alright, well, now that we've covered all that ground, classic radio roundup on my modern antique flea market junk.
Yeah. And me on this 38-year-old classic Blue Bandit base station. Actually, it used to belong to Uncle Chucky. This used to be Uncle Chucky's radio.
I'll probably switch to a classic in the second hour when things quiet down.